exciting to watch.
And what it all means to you.
Can't help but just say, wow.
Drama, passion, suspense, tropospheric undulations. Every night on Weather Center PM.
In the next half hour, Weather Center PM, a comprehensive national forecast. At 40 after, Weather Center PM continues with highway and air travel conditions. Then the weekend outlook. And at 50 after, Storm Watch. But right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel.
Keeping a close eye on some severe weather tonight that stretches from the southern plains to the Mississippi River Valley. Good evening and welcome to this edition of Weather Center. I'm Paul Emick.
And I'm Kim Perez. Now, we'll be moving into the southeast for Sunday, and details will be coming up in the forecast. We're also going to take you live to Normal, Oklahoma, where we'll visit the Storm Prediction Center. But first, let's check out that severe weather we're seeing across the midsection of the country. Well, here it is on our water vapor loop, that upper level low. Look around Iowa and into Missouri. That is the upper level low that has been causing some problems tonight. A lot of cold air associated with this upper level low as it sinks southward and as it moves off to the east-southeast also. We're running into temperatures at the surface that actually got a little bit toasty this afternoon. So you combine that cold air over those relatively warmer temperatures and you have some destabilization there in the atmosphere. Now you also have a front at the surface, and that front at the surface is acting as a lifting mechanism where we have pretty decent dew points. Oh, maybe as far north as the Missouri Valley, but as you head farther north, dew points are not as high here into the Midwest. Now, here's a severe threat tonight, and that severe threat goes all the way up into Ohio here. But right now, we're seeing severe weather tonight in Texas, in Arkansas, and even into Tennessee this evening. Here's our front. And it's right here that we're seeing the thunderstorms develop ahead of our front and now east of our dry line, where dew points now are in the 60s, 63 in Dallas, behind it in the 30s. So some dry air behind that dry line for sure. And we have a tornado watch in effect east of that area in the warm sector here. And also severe thunderstorm watches extending all the way into western Kentucky tonight. Now look here at these cells. We have a couple of warnings. Fall County under a severe thunderstorm warning at this time. And it looks like this storm just moved north of Limestone County. So we've had reports of golf ball size hail with these cells. So if you live anywhere in the path of these storms, you should be taking cover immediately. Even Little Rock, well, good news for you. It looks like the line is starting to diminish as it moves through Little Rock and Hot Springs. Earlier we had reports of some dime-size hail and even reports of some funnel clouds here in Illinois and Indiana. Jennings County, a funnel cloud, or actually a tornado touchdown there. Tonight, just a lot of shower activity farther north into Chicagoland, but it's farther south that we're seeing the active weather into Illinois and into Indiana tonight. Again, with these cells, we've seen a couple of funnel clouds right through here, just south of Champaign tonight. Now, you're probably wondering, where do all these watches come from? Well, the Storm Prediction Center. As a matter of fact, we have Jim Cantori at the Storm Prediction Center. Jim, are they pretty busy there tonight?
Oh, Kim, you know, we got a few watches out, and potentially, there, of course, is the case to issue a few more, as we talked about earlier on tonight with Steve Corfiti. Here's the Storm Prediction Center. You can see the room that we have right in through here. And Steve's not just a one-man show. We got the folks over at the Outlook desk. They're kind of giving you the broad scope of what's going to happen, not only as we go through tonight, but also into tomorrow, the second-day outlook. And we also have what we call the mesoscale desk, or what's happening on a small scale, and we're going to talk to Mr. John Hart. He's the mesoscale forecaster tonight about what his responsibilities are. John, give us an idea what you do.
Well, the mesoscale forecaster helps the lead forecaster monitor ongoing watches and also those areas where severe weather may occur in the next few hours. We write some short-term discussions and forecasts for the local offices to help them try to anticipate where it's going to happen.
What about tonight? Can you tell us what you're looking at currently?
Well, at the beginning of the shift, we were monitoring where stuff was going to form. Now we're monitoring areas here in Kentucky and Indiana. Stuff is generally going downhill. There's still a few severe cells there. A few storms in central Illinois that are producing hail at this time, and then also the stuff down in Arkansas that is slowly weakening.
Now, once the severe thunderstorms, let's say, move east in a watch box,
right,
what is your responsibility then? I mean, sometimes we do what we call trimming of the box. Is that your responsibility?
Right. The actual responsibility of clearing watches is at the local office, but we do suggest where they can clear and where it should be safe to clear. And then we also give guidance on where we might issue further watches during the evening shift.
Now, sometimes I see, especially in the wintertime or during heavy rain, you guys issue a mesoscale discussion or discussion on rain or even a snow event. Is that your responsibility, or is there actually another person added when that happens?
There is a winter weather unit here during the winter. It's not here. It's starting May 1st. We don't have it, but they focus specifically on heavy snow conditions throughout the United States, and they aid this position in monitoring for that, as well as severe weather at times.
All right. Thank you very much, John Hart. Again, the mesoscale forecast tonight, keeping an eye on what's happening and, of course, alerting it with a mesoscale discussion. Kim, I got to tell you, there's just a ton of great toys in here, and if you've got a little piece of paper and pencil, you can write down a few of them on my Christmas list this year, because these guys have got some fantastic equipment to work with, and obviously they should, as they put up the first line of defense as to what's happening as they issue watches. We'll keep you posted here from the Storm Prediction Center. Right now, let's pass it back to you, Kim, and get an idea what else is happening severe weather-wise tonight.
All right, thanks a lot, Jim. We'll be checking back with you later on. And again, thanks to all the folks at the Storm Prediction Center, because really they do save a lot of lives out there. Just a reminder where the watches are tonight: a tornado watch in effect, indicating tornadoes are a possibility this evening. We'll be keeping an eye on this, and we'll let you know any watches or